In the previous video, you learned textual and table presentations and illustrations were presented for constructing frequency distribution tables. Now for this video, we shall present graphs for qualitative and quantitative data. First, line graphs show trends over a period of time. In this type of graph, we can see significant increase or decrease in the quantities or frequencies. Usually, line graphs are appropriate in monthly or yearly reports such as sales, profits, inflation, GDP, and populations. Now, bar graphs consists of rectangular bars where the length of the bar represents the magnitude to be demonstrated. It is used to show frequency of each category. A pie graph is a circle which is divided into sectors in such a way that the area of each sector is proportional to the size of the quantity represented by that sector. It is used to show percentages of each category. Line, bar, and pie graphs are appropriate for formal reports. In case that a report is informal, we can show frequencies using a pictograph. Pictograph is a way of representing statistical data using symbolic figures to match the frequencies of different kinds of data. A legend indicates the frequency to be represented by the icon shown in the graph. The previous graphs discussed are graphs for qualitative data. For quantitative data, we make use of graph that is similar to a bar graph. We call this graph a histogram. This graph depends on the frequency distribution table. The x-axis shows the class boundaries, while the y-axis shows the frequencies to be represented. This is an example of a histogram. In addition, a histogram also shows how the values of a dataset is spread along the x-axis or horizontal axis. It also tells us the shape of the distribution of the values. Another graph for quantitative data is the stem and leaf display. It is commonly used when you want to preserve all or the first digits of the data values. It is also used to determine the shape of the distribution of the values. A stem and leaf unit must be provided in order to read the values in the dataset. The stem and leaf units represent place numbers learned in elementary school. Number places are ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and etc. Or it could be tenths, hundreds, thousands, and so on. For this particular example, the leaf unit is ones. This means that the stem unit is tens. If the stem value is 5, it means the data is in the 50s. Thus, we read the first row as 51, 52, 52, and 53. The second row is read as 62, 65, 67, 68, and 69. On the other hand, if the leaf unit is tenths or 0.1, then the stem unit is ones. Therefore, the first row is read as 5.1, 5.2, 5.2, and 5.3, while the second row is read as 6.2, 6.5, 6.7, 6.8, and 6.9. Now this ends the videos regarding data presentation. The next set of videos will talk about computations of summary measures.